have played it and they are willing to play it. They don't actively ban it. They don't actively pick it. So really a map that I didn't expect to see coming up because neither of these teams have a particular affinity, dare I say, for it.
Not quite. Going to be, from the looks of it, just a B execute. Smoke's lining up, Molotovs deep into the site, trying to get rid of these CTs, but on the flip side, look at a counter flash. Perfectly timed, but X at the moment says, well, you know, you can flash all you want, but I'm gonna take the kills home.
Absolutely. yungher here, already pushed up on sandbags, waiting for the onslaught. Unfortunately overrun there by the two of the remaining CTs. Nice little crossfire established here, but look at that. Goddess doesn't even need it. Gets the first. Unfortunately, however, Team Atrix just a little bit better on these headshots. And they clear out the infestation.
Yeah, that was actually a very nice retake coming on through, and Atrix being player down in that scenario, and X, of course, going wild with that entry up on the site. But Atrix makes sure not to lose their cool. Of course, with a bomb plant, Fluxo is able to buy up here. Perhaps even with some better weaponry, at least an AK and a Galil on board. On the flip side, though, there's also 2 M4s, so relatively even. But which way will the coin flip?
I will be curious to see. First up, alt mid. Checking that there is nobody in apps awaiting them. Luckily, there is not. They've been awarded quite a lot of spades towards the outer echelons of this map. Goddess spots player first, makes contact. I say makes contact. No actual damage done there. Waiting for their teammates, but unfortunately smoked off. Gonna put a little bit of a halt on their plans. Xenon, we've got the nice up close and personal with them as well. Their face cam right up on their monitor. Got the first Molotov as well. Xenon still alive down there in pit. Unfortunately being run down there, X spraying them down from above. LyttleZ hiding backside. Can hear the bomb going down, can't however do anything about it. 18 to pop, smoke. Gonna award them 1 kill as well. They're not quite able to spot anybody else as that smoke fades eventually.
Still smoke in their hands though, and now the flash comes out as well. Ooh, a bit of an awkward spot there towards Graveyard. Eventually the trade is there. But Marie running out of bullets and out of space. Atrix gets punished here in this scenario in Fluxo, so it takes home the 2nd round.
These 4 spies are so dangerous as well on these 2nd rounds. This is what, the 2nd or 3rd time we've seen a conversion round stolen? So it's nice to see. That's something I do quite like about the current meta, is these 2nd round 4 spies being so potent. And that has meant that Atrix forced back onto pistols. Honestly, one of the worst things that can happen on the CT side is losing that 2nd round. Push forward. Nice early aggression does award them the opening pick onto Poppins. A little bit messy. There's people all over the show. But it's apps that is Fluxo's target.
It can become a bit tricky as an AK being picked up and Ants of Silent here. And further damage being dealt. Boko lands a shot and so does the USP of LyttleZ. What the hell is going on? Atrix is looking for more, and so does LyttleZ. This is absolutely insane. And now you have those flashes that were invested into, the armor as well. Very much a round that can be taken.
Definitely trying to make a bit of a stand here, but look at that Xenon from behind. They know the location of the last Goddess. So low on health as well now. And a round that really they didn't have much business being in. Taken by storm there as Goddess falls. They see, you've raised us, you know, stealing our conversion round. we raise you stealing it right back from you. Right from under the noses. As you said, it was just crazy. The armor that they invested, that couple of bits of utility as well, and just the foresight to hold on to it. Played out perfectly.
Yeah, this is wild. A great round here from Atrix, and the confidence boost that this must give. Of course, they need to be very much aware that on the flip side, Fluxo, their economy is going to be very, very little. So therefore, force by coming right on through. Leg spotted, not quite a shot, but it's information at least. So it is, of course, a Fluxo knowing that a whoop is into play.
He already pushed up so far. Taken all of this abs control. Let's be careful, there is Xenon hiding over there towards the balcony. And I like this boosted up position as well. Now it is against a pretty miserable buy, but sometimes the overwhelming force, especially when the numbers just come trickling out, running long like that. See, just holding back a little bit, holding the edge of that smoke.
Oh, a bit of an awkward fight. And that opens things up towards B, potentially. We still have Vocal, MP9 only up on the side. We'll have a beautiful flashbang. And at least continues to further delay. Perhaps even take home this kill. Not quite. Running out of bullets, has to switch to the USP. But it's just Poppins now on the side. Nay flying on top. And only 22 seconds.
Already done so much though. Just holding off Poppins for as long as they did. Bomb does actually manage to go down. Ooh, gets the kill as well, but 2v1. One from Banana, one from CT. Trying to isolate these duels. Finds the first, backs away. They've reunited now. Made things infinitely harder. Towards the cathedral, gets the first. Holds down the trigger for the spray. Not quite able to find the second there. Xenon has to act quickly. There is a kit available. Is just going to try stick it. Comes off, however, at the first sound of gunfire. He's so low. And now there's just no time left.
Yeah, no. And,
they don't get out alive either.
No, nothing she can do. That's just rough.
Outplayed
by Poppins.
Just dragging that timer down as much as they could. Played to perfection. All you needed to do. And unfortunately, that B bomb site, very difficult to try find ways out sometimes. Well, both of the bomb sites really on this map.
Wow.
Now timeout. I think it's nice that one's been called pretty early. These early rounds can be quite crucial to securing the game. I say that actually. Both of these games, they've been neck and neck for the most part. I think the furthest gap we saw was it 6 and 10? 6 and 9?
Yeah, I think 6-10, yeah. But even that, you know, the gap got bridged to 11-11.
11-11 and yeah.
Yeah, it's... this whole best of 3 is just so back and forth.
I wouldn't have it any other way though. What a way to start off this series. We got very lucky with this one, I think.
For sure. This is for certain delivering.
Do you know if the NA games have started yet? Because I know we've got one NA game being streamed on here after that. I don't know if the NA games, the other one has gone ahead without us.
I don't know that info. I reckon not. I think they are supposed to start at the same time, but maybe production can help us out with that one. Oh, LyttleZ takes a heavy tag here already. On the flip side, though, they did manage to find a kill here off on Yuli already. Who knows what these pistols can deliver once more. This is almost a bit of a repeat. Siren once again pushed very deep into mid. Very cheeky corner. Oh, and almost lands the kill as well. Very good attempt.
Ooh, nice little kill there. On to LyttleZ. And whilst there was a very snazzy opening pick here, this should be a pretty quiet round for Fluxo Demons. They do have a massive weapon advantage here. You're wanting to say something about it. Gets the first, not quite able to get the second there. Atrix bursts onto site. doing their due diligence to clear it out, but no one's here. The B player's having to rush on over. That bomb's going to go down. And now they have to decide whether they want to go for this or whether they want to save those deagles and that little utility they have, because money really not looking too good for them.
I mean, they have armor as well, so I reckon they do save. It's going to have to be Nico next round anyway, so at least you get yourself that extra bit of firepower.
I do have an update for you, however. Our wonderful production team has provided the answers to all of our questions, and we have the NA game starting in 10 minutes. Now, whilst we would love you to stay and watch this, if you are here for the NA games, I know we are a little bit late, there are community streams going on. So maybe have them up on both monitors. If you've got 2 monitors, that means you can have 1 on each screen. That's what I'm hearing.
Exactly. Multitasking.
Multitask, multi-region multitasking.
Exactly. Fluxo with this round. A lot more clean than we saw in the previous encounter when Atrix had pistols. Let's see if they can do it again. That would really result in a nice boost to their economy. Because Fluxo could really use it how in consideration into how close this beginning of the half has been going.
It has, and the rounds have been really expensive. Even the ones they've won have been quite expensive for them, which means they haven't had that chance to start racking up the money yet. Bocor having lots of utility thrown their way, not able to see, and unfortunately will lead to their demise there. Poppins with 2. We talked about last map, especially towards the end of Nuke, the multi-kills being absolutely huge as well. Them on the entries on Ancient as well, and then there you go, yungher just to clear up, albeit not the most amazing buy to go up against. But they do it, they keep it clean. We talked about the rounds being expensive for them. Must have been jinxing it because flawless round.
Now a very much important round. Orb in the hands of LyttleZ, who had so much impact when she had the pistol in hand. And now let's see if she can do it with the big green gun.
Is that so much ESL impact? That's Vila's going silent and hating me for the rest of eternity.
No, I don't hate you at all. No.
It's fine, we've got a whole season of awful puns ahead of us.
Well, Poppins takes out Bocor. Banana fight currently being won by Fluxo, and with that, LyttleZ rotates right on over.
They said they won the fight. They haven't quite managed to fully take banana control yet, but they did win that opening pick.
For sure. That smokes makes things very difficult as of right now. Something that makes me a bit worried, Atrix having that apps control. Yeah, leaving mid and long completely open as a bit of a sacrifice. Just hoping that then at least 1 or 2 players walk into their hands and they have this setup, you know, not gone to waste. As you can see, a bit paranoid. Instead, they leave the orb, then on the B-bomb site. Rotate the rifler over back towards A to deal with that long angle.
Dude, time getting a little low, and with that pick from LyttleZ, that is going to slow them down a little bit, put a little bit of a damper on their step there. They have 20 seconds now, that defense. You can see the CTs rushing on over to try help, whether they get here in time, but it doesn't matter. LyttleZ doing it all on their own as well. Smoked off, going for pot shots in the smoke. 9 seconds, gets the no-scope as well. Have they done enough? That bomb will go down. I say it will. No, it won't. Sophia from Banana. 4 seconds left on the clock. Played to perfection there.
And there was so much riding on this. Of course, LyttleZ here grabbing that opening and eventually just continuing to keep them busy with that orb. Orb continues to deliver. For sure. And now, you know, we were mentioning how she was just very quiet on Nuke. So we needed to see her step up. Similar like how we had Ancient. She was doing so much work, and now I feel she's much more in her comfort zone. But, well, equally, yungher is as well. Finds another no-scope for her to add to her list. And creates just a massive opening here on that big bomb site.
Yeah, very much held at bay here, and I think that might be the call to save already. That Molotov, just the nail in the coffin. Team Atrix just gonna back off there. Money not in a place that they are comfortable, even attempting this. They do have the kits, but so much utility that they could use, but better just to hold on to it, go even stronger into the next round. I'll be honest, I am very impressed with Team Atrix here and how they've managed to go punch for punch pretty much all series. And the fact that it's gone to a third map as well. We were both very adamantly, both in the pre-show and pre-production as well. We were both like, yeah, no, Fluxo clears. And they just haven't. I'm genuinely,
I mean,
and
yeah, not
surprised.
in the fashion that we are used to seeing from them, not at all.
It's the start of the season, you know? Everything's a little funky at the start.
Yeah, and to mention as well, back last time around that they faced off against one another, if I remember correctly, it was back then Nani topping the scoreboard for Fluxo, and of course Nani is not with the squad anymore. So big shoes to fill here. And Onyx, I kind of want to say she has been the most quiet out of all. While her stats technically individually are better than the one of Nani, but you know, individually she can really pop off, but right now in this team hasn't quite proven herself just yet.
It's not quite able to confirm that kill. They're gonna live just a little bit longer. Try swerving around the bullets. Not gonna be allowed to get out of dodge though. That's some banana control regained, but it doesn't look like that's where their final destination lies.
To take things slow for now.
They've got the time.
They still have yungher holding down middle. Of course, no peeking just yet. Now regroup. Still have a bunch of util. This is going to be super tricky. Sophia, the one to deal with B-side by herself.
Dirty coming on through. We've seen some of the Atrix players so good at holding down the side, but unfortunately only good for one, and that side is going to fall. You can see Murray and Xenon coming on over, but already calling for the save. You can see the look on their faces. A little bit dejected at that one, but I definitely think the right call here to hold fire, hold on to these weapons. They've just not been awarded any opportunity to try go for these retakes. They've had the utility, in all fairness, not this round having the kits, but for some of them they have had the kits, but just numbers disadvantage, being quite far removed from the situation as the bomb goes down as well, is quite unfortunate, because it does mean that they have just had to concede some of these rounds really early on.
Yeah, it's been a while since Atrix has gotten the opening kills and the advantage in mid-game. It feels like Atrix, as of right now, is continuously like a step down, having to sort of, play catch-up almost.
I couldn't agree more with you there. The fact that Bocor manages to hide in the corner there, albeit not for much longer. 6-3. It's nice to see someone taking an early lead, because some of the early game on our previous maps has been very close. Now, I'm hoping that Atrix can pull it back. I'd love to have a close third map. I think it would just be the best way to finish off for the day. But it's also nice to see a team managing to finally pull ahead. Been a bit of a game of cat and mouse.
Bit of a gamble here for Atrix. 4 players up on that A-bomb side. 3 towards long as well. And there is some noise being made, but how much of that is bait? How much do you want to stick to this situation? And Fluxo just threw in that smoke, just waited out a reaction. Nothing there. So, decide to go with a different plan. Group up. Once again, they're gonna end up walking into the side that has the single player, and that player is relatively deep in CT.
They are, and have a look at that. They're toying with CT as an idea. They're having a look behind them. Now, these flashes coming out is going to see the rest of Team Atrix swarming on over, as you can see, on the mini-map in the corner. And they're actually here pretty quickly as well, so it's going to be an all-out firefight in the middle of the open as well. No man's land, and it is going to favor Team Fluxo Demons, as only 2 members remain, trying to keep this bomb from going down. So it's down in the last 10 seconds, that timer now ticking. Team Atrix, they have the ability to walk away here. That smoke giving them a bit of safe passage out that they will use just to save these weapons once again. We talked about how they've just not been able to go for these retakes, and yet again, we see that happening.
I mean, something like saving over an AK, I think 2 is even a bigger impact, but
yeah,
you could then, you know, it's just a weapon you don't need to invest into again. A lot of money saved economic-wise because they're just in a very, very rough spot economically. Plus, on top of that, it could result into, for example, someone buying an AWP for a LyttleZ.
I hope so. We haven't seen the AWP come out in a couple of rounds. I think the impact is needed right about now as well.
Still on top of the board.
This is a sit down with you know, everyone go, can we afford it? Do we want to afford it?
And
there we go.
For sure.
They can afford it, and you can see in the hands of LyttleZ. Now I wonder where they're gonna want to play this. Because banana control has been something that's been very back and forth, you know, Fluxo Demons sometimes just leaving it alone for a little bit, sometimes taking it early on, sometimes absolutely just being shut down by Atrix early rounds, and then it sort of loosened up a little bit at the end of the round. We've seen a lot of B plants recently. So maybe we see it posted banana. I think maybe it's just a bit too risky though. They'll I couldn't quite see what spawn they had there. Yeah, that all
dumped. I like that. Util dumped here in towards CT, so that's very useful for rotation. So at least those 2 players over towards B, they can use some early util in order to maintain banana control, because that has been an issue, but then also have some additional util that they can pick up in order to, just in case, be ready for a retake. But thus far, been able to take home that opening kill. LyttleZ's AWP once again delivering.
2 players and apps. I like this. Very quiet over towards B, and I don't know if they've sort of noticed that yet, that they've heard absolutely nothing. Is he going to be called upon once again? Gets the 2nd pick, readies himself for the 3rd. Utility is going to force them back a little bit, not quite able to confirm another kill just yet. Peeks around the corner, stands in the flames and fights. Is unfortunately going to fall there, but done so much for the team already.
This kill from Sophia basically just locks it in. Anna X at this point, yeah, you can maybe try and see if she can pick up the AWP, try and run away. The players are already hunting down for her. Right around the corner, just holding their angles, waiting out the timer. Anna X does get home with 1 more kill, making it a bit more expensive here for Atrix. But surely with 15 seconds and a drop bomb, there's nothing that Anna X can do.
No, they've got the opportunity to isolate a couple of 1v1s here. I forgot about the timer.
You still don't have to time as well. That's rough.
That one hurts a little bit. But 4th round to Atrix. I say trying to make sure that gap doesn't open anymore. 7-5 half would be ideal for them. It is their CT slate. This is still one of the most evenly distributed maps.
Very true.
Albeit the gap isn't massive on most of the other maps by any means at the moment. But it's still definitely considered one of the most equal.
It's so far the biggest we've seen, but Atrix could still make it yet again another 7-5. A lot riding on this. They would love to get that 5 on board, and content already being made. Marie about to be tested. First kill is a fact that she went in favor of Sophia here. But it's a 2-for-1 trade. One being planted. Fluxo are picking up the pace.
They are, and they have kits, and it's the final round. We finally get to see them go for a retake here, but it is a difficult task on their hand. We can see a little bit of presence over towards Church. However, the re-smokes a little bit difficult to contend with. Sophia keeping out, has the support of Scene on there. Spots the player jumping up, catches them. Look at that, LyttleZ with one of their own. They're storming the site. They've got to be careful of that time. They're getting very close. I think that Molotov gonna seal the deal there.
Oh,
I say
that is massive. 7-5. And once again, an extremely close scoreline. And once more, we're going to go down to the wire.
Cause I'm rising up, up, up. I've been hiding away under the darkness, but now I can see the light shining in through the cracks, and I'm waking up. Feel like I'm ready to play. Feel like I'm ready to give my best. I'm ready to show you who I am, who I am. I ain't gonna stay down. I'm climbing up again. I'm rising up again. Take another look, 'cause I'm rising up, up, up. I ain't gonna stay down. I'm climbing up again. I'm rising up again. Take another look, 'cause I'm rising up, up, up. Rising up. I'm rising up again. Take another look, 'cause I'm rising up, up, up. I've been running away, afraid of the real me. There's something inside me wants to break down the door. I ain't hiding no more. Feel like I'm finding my way. So good just to be myself. I'm ready to show you who I am, who I am. I ain't gonna stay down. I'm climbing up again. I'm rising up again. Take another look, 'cause I'm rising up, up, up. I ain't gonna stay down. I'm climbing up again. I'm rising up again. Take another look, 'cause I'm rising up, up, up. Now I'm rising. Now I'm rising up, up, up. Yeah, I'm rising. Now I'm rising up, up, up. Now I'm rising. Now I'm rising up, up, up. Yeah, I'm rising, rising up. Now I'm rising up, up, up. Tomorrow we will rise.
7-5 at the half on map 1, 6-6 on the half at map 2, and 7-5 once again at the half on map 3. We could not have a closer series on our hands as we go into the final half of our best of 3. And Fluxo Demons on the upper hand here. Team Atrix on the back foot starting this. If they can get a good pistol, they may well close this gap up once again. Something we have said so often. I'll let you take it away, Veerless.
I mean, we have seen similar affairs already in this best of 3. Atrix very much could do it. They've been pretty stellar, actually, when it comes down to these pistols. A big highlight here at the beginning of this particular map, too. And thus far, things once more go pretty back and forth. yungher is the one actually keeping Fluxo in this pistol. 3 kills for her. Now leaving it on the shoulders of Poppins, but she sure made things possible again.
Button on the jump up. Not quite able to close out the end, though. And yungher, we talked about doing so much to try keep their team in the pistol. Not quite able to secure the round on that. Will be Atrix taking the pistol round once again. As you said, really good on their pistols this series. And we won't see, I don't think, the force buy on this one coming back out from Fluxo. We've seen that quite a lot this series, and honestly, to great success. But not
it has been a
this
good
one.
success. Yeah, I'm not a fan of it when you are ahead of your opponent in scoreline and then you force. Now there's at least a round wiggle room, and sure, the scoreline will be tied up, but if you can get rifles on board, who knows, maybe even more, because yungher didn't even invest into into armor last round, mind you. She still got 3 kills, by the way. But then maybe she could already afford an orb in the next. We know how much that impacts their game.
Does indeed. Vocal. Back a little bit, meets up with the team. Leaving a player banana just to keep that pressure applied. Vocal off to pick up the bomb. Gonna head towards A, I have a feeling. You know, toying with the idea of both here. That banana control absolutely perfect, and in the blink of an eye, 3 kills in the way of Team Atrix. And now there's no defense, or what defense is left is on this B bomb site. They've called A clear. That bomb is going to go down. Have a look at that. Mori desperately hunting down these players, wanting no survivors. Unfortunately, it's going to be them that falls. As we can see there, LyttleZ from CT wanting to have something to say about this. There's nothing really for them to say other than that picked up Mac 10 now. It is going to be put to good use.
Oh,
finally.
Almost another. Very close. Now, how much does LyttleZ still want to hunt with 14 HP? Just jiggling around the corner. yungher very much tempted. Oh, here's the footsteps.
Low HP, all it will take is 1 bullet.
It should. Oh, no way! yungher wants to go for the head! Maybe she didn't know that LyttleZ was that low.
If she'd known, she 100% would have gone for the little slither of the arm that she saw. And it would have been enough, albeit not enough to change the trajectory of the round. It still would have firmly been lost there. But would have been a nice little kill and might have let them get out with their life.
Mm-hmm.
But 7-7.
Yeah.
What?
7-7.
Could be a closer series if we tried. So many times we've been saying, you know, neck and neck, tied up. However many of the million ways we've already phrased it this series. Once again, we are back here. Nice boost up.
Looks like Atrix wants to go for a default A setup. Flashes out from apartment. And surely those are being noted. Magoda's moved away from pit into an aggressive short position with a teammate. Now, teammate still is busy with mid, but Goddess does a good job. That's the bomb cod, in fact.
These players very much pigeonholed in the corner of the map, trying to fight their way out a little bit. Seen on 1 health there. Teammate much lower and worse for wear now than they were 20 seconds ago. 2v3. Or really, with 1 HP, it feels more like a 1v1 at times. That flash could be perfect here. Peeks around the corner. Unfortunately, that is going to be both of them falling there. Doesn't need vision to do the job. There we go. There's an 8th round. Fluxo Demons finally breaking the curse, breaking the streak, and not letting Atrix get too far ahead of themselves at the start of this half. Once that bomb got dropped there, that was a really awkward position. They were very much stuck in the corner of this fight there. Difficult one to fight your way out of.
Beautiful spray down by Yuli as well. overall, Fluxo really shining for it here. To not let go of that lead that they have created already. Oh, and look at this early peek. And it works out brilliantly. Didn't they throw Molotov into apartment or...
I don't think they did.
I thought I saw something flying over and I think it might have just missed.
It might have done. I'm not quite sure. Oh, look at that. Gets one kill, but immediately bamboozled from behind is LyttleZ. And now it's just Boko left. Really strong player this series. I say it being quite a quiet map for them. And unfortunately, it's not going to get any louder. 9 rounds on the board for Fluxo Demons as they start to close in on double digits and on a map series point.
Something that I really appreciate right now is Fluxo just all being sort of a couple kills off of one another. Being very evenly spread out across the board. Everyone doing their bit. It's all coming together here on this final map. But of course, I still have to close it out. There's a margin, but it's only a small one though, as of right now.
Absolutely. It's going to be quite a quiet round here, just against the likes of the Pistols. So what I'll do is I'll use this time to remind you that the first NA game, I do believe, should be underway as well. So there are community streams. If you've got a second monitor, you know, whack us up on monitor number 1. Monitor number 2, NA community broadcasts will be going on as well. We are a little bit delayed on that one. We had a couple of tech issues earlier in the day. But it's fine, because we are here as long as this game takes. And it's going all the way. Leave
Damage.
Now on Zephyr versus Wanted Goons Bandits. And I believe the scoreline is 5-5 right now. So they've also got a close game.
Damn. Everything going down to the wire. And even our EU matchup as well went all 3 maps. So level is high here in the season now. Wonder how much more these Glocks can do. Currently walking right into the trap here, set up on a site. No one getting away with their lives. Just a single kill up on Goddess, but not much damage.
Not much at all, and that does afford Fluxo the luxury of having that money in the back pocket, save for a rainy day. A couple of these players start to build up a nice little bit of a trust fund in the background there. You know, Poppins on 6.2k, yungher on almost 6 as well. Does mean that's a little bit worrying for Atrix, especially now with Fluxo on 10, so close to map and series point. Means that they're going to need to win a couple in a row to try and break that economy. They're not going to be handed an easy eco anytime soon.
Great setup. Got us so ready for it. Not quite for the second, but still tagged up there on Sinan. And I do like that Fluxo right now is trying to change up these positions, trying to take control and really leave Atrix with empty hands. But looks like perhaps the plan is to go the way of PD. I'm already heading that way. Oh, and the util is really getting the better of them. Burning alive, having to be forced to peek. And with that, Mari left with no impact whatsoever.
Absolutely, a couple of these players on Team Atrix having quite a quiet game. And sometimes just not able to find the kill. Sometimes it's a little bit messy. Oftentimes just being caught a little bit off guard by multiple people as well. But on an individual level, we do want to see some of these players stepping up a little bit more. And unfortunately, sometimes you just walk into yungher's orb. Sometimes that's one of the inevitabilities of life. So clean.
Completely denied. Entry is locked. No one setting foot on either side. And I love the setup. Fluxo looking comfortable right now. Trying to really, you know, bring some creativity into their hold. Not wanting to do the same thing over and over again. Be read like a book. Can really appreciate that. Now Atrix Yeah, in a very tough position. They will go for a half buy, just upgrade a pistol, some armor, some util, but not the biggest investment. Have at least a buffer in order to play for potential overtime.
Indeed. These Tech-9s can be quite powerful, especially when they're overwhelming, but look at that. There's a beautiful crossfire, one on each side, and they just line up there for Anna X. Taps away with a pistol for the last as well, and it's absolutely beautiful. Almost an ace there. Almost. Yeah, we get to watch it in all of its glory again there. Hobbit's taking the first, but Anna X just absolutely beautifully played, albeit against just the Tech-9s, but still keeping your nerve like that and not getting overwhelmed and overrun. Beautiful to see. That's map. Oh, that's map and series point here.
It is. Pressure is on Atrix here to deliver, to crawl back into the series. And to think that it was so close to potentially closing it out 2-0. It has to sting if this is the way it ends. The round not quite done just yet. Slowly taking mid-control and in towards Apps they will go, but they are met with yungher. And if there's something we know about her, is that she is not shy of getting these multi-frags.
Absolutely not. Has been stellar on this map, kill after kill, and so good at these sequences, you know, back-to-back picks. And just making sure that, you know, these early opening, not even really opening kills, but these initial duels just going their way. And look at that. Lines up. They know where the last two are now. You can see the reinforcements coming. LyttleZ and Murray, so much to do. LyttleZ putting up a last stand here. 1v2 on their hands. Little bit of utility to work with here as well. Odds not in their favor. They still have to get this bomb down. There's only 25 seconds left to do it as they creep through church. Has to plant at some point. The moment she does, gonna be a peek. Get it round the corner. Gonna be spammed to the edge of the wood. Gonna live, and it's gonna be up close and personal. Run down. That's the kill. That's the defuse, and that is the series. It's been a long one, but it has been incredible. You can see how happy the Fluxo Demon Girls are. What a series.
Yeah, and it looks like part of them is also together up in perhaps a bootcamp location.